Can you tell us about your new book, When Prayer is a Struggle, a practical guide to overcoming obstacles in prayer, why you wrote it, and how you hope it'll be received?
I'd love to. Yeah, I wrote the book When Prayer is a Struggle because I realized I needed a book like When Prayer is a Struggle. About 10 years ago, I realized that I consistently would say things to other believers or even in my head, things like, you know what, everyone struggles in prayer. So, I'm not going to put forth too much effort in growing
Mm,
because I'm still going to struggle.
mm,
But I was convicted one time saying that because what does that show about my view of God and the gospel? It shows just a very small, very malnourished view. And so much of it was just focused on myself. And I realized that I didn't even really try that hard to overcome the obstacles that I faced in prayer. And so when I received that conviction, I repented before the Lord. I'm like, Lord, I'm sorry for making all these excuses. I'm sorry for letting not knowing what to say in prayer or not being able to focus well trip me up so much and so often. And so I'm gonna work hard at overcoming these obstacles. I'm just gonna seek to grow, and I hope I can help other people in the process. And so several years later, this book is kind of the fruition of that initial conversation I had with the Lord, that initial realization that
mm.
I struggled to pray, and I heard a lot of other believers share that they struggled in very similar ways. And so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put together a book that's going to be practical and help people overcome those struggles.
Yeah,
And
that's. Oh,
yeah,
go ahead.
I'll just share. I hope it's received. I hope believers will read it and be encouraged and have it drive them to prayer. Very simple hopes, but I hope that people see that prayer is often something that we overcomplicate, but that as we look to God, we look to what He has done for us in Christ, in the gospel, and we realize that God invites us to pray to Him as our Father. And so I hope it's a simple book that will give people tools in their prayer toolbox and help them to keep praying.